Alrighty. Oh, come on. Like, you thought I wasn't going to open the show with that. That's my
No, it's just in the beginning. It's, like, always very hot in my ears, so it's like...
Dino's back.
Like a second.
Your friend. Well, alrighty, everybody. Well, as always, it is I, your beautiful host, Billy Reed, South Africa's sweetheart, once again coming at you live from the scenic IUS University Center, just down the hall from the campus police, as always. And we are here for Let's Talk Dinosaurs Season 2. It has been a long, painful hiatus. But no, we are finally back, and we are ready to talk some dinos once more. So, guys, why don't you introduce yourselves yet again, even though we've been doing this since October, so they should really know you by now.
I'm Kirsten. No, wait, no, I'm sorry, I'm Charlie.
I'm Charlie. No, I mean Kirsten. So, howdy.
Howdy.
We're the same. Isn't that canon? Is that canon?
That's canon.
Okay, that's canon. Okay.
It's big.
Okay.
It's artillery right there.
Let's Talk Dinosaurs canon.
Okay.
We've had.
It's in the lore.
It's official.
It's in the Let's Talk Dinosaurs lore. It's right up there on our wiki. Like, somebody listening to this, please start a Let's Talk Dinosaurs wiki.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Wiki, but no fan fiction. There's a difference here, guys.
No, please.
Yeah.
Check yourself.
No Let's Talk Dinosaurs fan fiction.
Yeah.
No, none of that.
Check your coat at the door, please.
So we're very glad to be back. We did take the last month or so off because, you know, it was Christmas break. Nobody was here.
It's so sad, though.
I was told that a few people kept their shows up and running over Christmas break. Charlie,
a few, yeah. You know.
Our own Charles Amadeus Sandifer over here. Yeah, that's your middle name now.
Gosh.
That's canon.
I hope you need it for a movie.
No, Charlie, you want to plug your show really quick? You can do it at the end.
I have radio show on Saturdays, 11 to 12. It's about superheroes. Talking about X-Men. It's awesome. I'll do a better one at the end because I wasn't prepared for this. I'll think of something funny later. Dinosaurs.
But anyway, so we all had a good Christmas, good New Year's,
yes.
right? Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get right into the thick of it. So anyway, I figured new year, new season. What better way to open up this can of beans than by talking about new dinosaurs?
Fits perfectly.
Well, you see, new dinosaurs are discovered every year. And, well, I don't think we're ever going to have a dinosaur discovered that shakes the world of paleontology and pop culture, say, like the T-Rex and Velociraptor did back in their day. Mm-hmm. It's still really cool to look and see where we're at right now and the kind of creatures that we're discovering. But a common theme I've noticed with new dinosaurs is that a lot of them are very weird. Mostly that's because I feel like, tons of new dinosaurs are discovered every year, but if we had giant news articles come out about every new subspecies of Stegosaurus that we discovered every year, people would get bored. They only want to hear about the weird and the crazy ones. Like, weird dinosaurs are nothing new. They've been getting discovered for, ever. Like, when Stegosaurus was first discovered, it was pretty weird. But nowadays, we really need to shock people with what they consider cool when it comes to dinosaurs, because for whatever reason, our culture has become pretty desensitized to superorder Dinosauria.
For whatever reason.
I don't know. I blame him before time.
I blame
Too
the
many
internet. So anyway, let's get into it. So excited. We're back.
I felt so lonely without the show.
Yeah, I know, like...
I feel empty.
When I'm not here, I just wait till y'all to get back, you know?
Yeah, Charlie's been here all
Yeah, Charlie lives here.
Yeah.
That's also canon.
What do you do while I'm away? Wait for you to get back.
Yes, this is the Horizon Radio of learning.
Yes.
Now, let's get into the dinos of learning.
All right.
So, our first new dinosaur. This is a pretty new boy on the scene, just discovered in October of 2018. And this name is African, so I am going to butcher the Sonic colors for the Nintendo Wii. So this is the Ledum Mahadi. Ledum Mahadi. Okay, not bad.
Pretty accurate.
Ledum Mahadi.
Cool.
I don't know how it's supposed to sound.
It's like
Right.
Well, Mokele Mbembe doesn't exist.
It's like Illuminati.
That's what you think.
Just want to point that out.
So anyway, as always, we got to make fun of this thing's name. So this dinosaur's name means giant thunderclap.
How can we make fun of that? That's like an awesome name, like...
Yeah, that sounds like some Native American tribal name right
I hope
there.
the way it fought was like slamming its tail down on the ground and like...
Just like clapping its
shockwaves.
You see, a defining feature of this thing is that it actually had really big hands.
Ooh,
so it stomped? Did it stomp?
It swole.
It is.
You're so right.
This thing was yoked.
It's a unit.
Absolute unit, this one. Like, it's a very, very large creature, very big boy. So, interesting thing, though, is that this is a dinosaur from the Triassic period, which was the very first era of dinosaurs ever. This is when dinosaurs first showed up on the scene. But the thing about Triassic dinosaurs is these were basically the groundwork for all the dinosaurs that were to come later on. So, like, our biggest carnivores back then would have been about the size of a horse. We wouldn't have had anything anywhere near the size of, like, a T-Rex or a Giganotosaurus back then, because these were the little guys that paved the way for the big guys.
Yeah.
And for the long-necked dinosaurs, the sauropods, like Lahumanati, Laduma. We're just gonna call him Handboy. All right, we're just gonna call him Handboy.
Why not Thunderclap?
Okay, Lahumanati.
Yeah, we just call him by his actual name.
Yeah, we're just gonna call him Thunderclap.
Okay.
Thunderboy.
Okay,
So anyway,
got it.
So Thunderboy, which was not technically a sauropod. Thunderboy was a sauropodomorph, which were the early ancestors of sauropods. So the biggest ones that existed in that time period were. What?
I'm still laughing about Illuminati.
Well, you see...
I'm laughing because she's laughing.
Little did you know that if you spell its name backwards and say it in the mirror 3 times at 11:45 at night, your mom will come in and tell you to shut up. Proven facts. Proven facts.
Oh my god. He's going to be giggling this whole time now.
So,
You've broken him.
Go on, fine.
Ladum Mahadi confirmed. Let's spread
Ladum
that.
Mahadi confirmed.
Hashtag Ladum Mahadi confirmed. So anyway.
Made me cry, Charlie.
Charlie, are you going to be okay? Charlie, it wasn't even that funny.
It wasn't that funny. I don't know why I'm laughing so much. Just the whole, like, your mom comes in. It's a classic joke, but I don't know.
I've been telling that joke since high school. Like, I remember when I was a little kid on the playground, like in 3rd grade, they'll come like, oh, you know, if you say Bloody Mary 3 times into the mirror at 3 a.m., I'm like, yeah, the only thing that's going to happen is your mom's going to come in and tell you to shut up. So let's just... Anyway... Dinos.
We're going to try to recover over here.
So, sauropodomorphs, like Thunderboy, were the early predecessors. They were the precursors to the sauropods that we know and love. So, like, Brachiosaurus and Apatosaurus, which were the giant ones, or like Argentinosaurus, one of the largest creatures to ever walk on land, they came from pretty humble beginnings. But for the most part, the sauropodomorphs from the Triassic weren't small, but they weren't as big as their descendants. These guys would have been about as big as a like a pickup truck, maybe. So decently sized, but not the giants that they eventually became. However, Thunderboy kind of broke this trend, because this is why scientists think Thunderboy would have had to have been a very late Triassic dinosaur, because this thing comes in at 40 feet long and weighs 13 tons.
He would collapse a bridge.
It would have been about...
big.
Yeah, this thing was as big as a T-Rex, which for a Triassic dinosaur is unheard of.
It's at least bigger than a VW Beetle, I'll say that.
So
point,
not only...
You're right.
Do we want to do the math as to how many Charlies laying down that would be? Because
The key units of measurement is school buses and football fields, according to documentaries. That's why we started.
True.
It's either a football field or a school bus.
Or, you know, if you grow up reading those dinosaur picture books that I did, the unit of measurement is always like a little man in a suit waving.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there'll be an Allosaurus standing next to him, he'll just be there casually waving.
Yeah.
I'm like,
how tall is that man?
Dude, run! But anyway, so not only is Thunderboy the largest Triassic dinosaur ever found, which is quite an accomplishment, really, considering the previous placeholder for that title is only about the size of a rhino, but it's also the missing link of sauropods.
Ooh.
They think this thing was the big evolutionary link between the little sauropods and the big ones that we know and love from the Jurassic period onwards. So this was the sauropod that truly paved the way for the sauropods to grow as big as they did.
Good job, Thunderboy.
You could save me a pretty big ripple, I guess.
Thunderboy was a very good boy. But a little misconception about Thunderboy that I really, really, really want to clear up.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
Is when I was doing research on this, I found every article under the sun reporting on this thing saying largest land animal ever found, largest land animal ever found. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people are going around saying this is the largest animal to ever walk on Earth. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's the killer whale.
You can okay, Charlie. Anyway, you can thank...
Got me on that one. You got me.
You can thank fake news for that assumption.
Fake news.
Because what was happening here was a lot of outlets were taking the whole, like, largest Triassic dinosaur ever found, or largest land animal that lived during the Triassic, and were taking that little bit out of context and saying that we had found the largest dinosaur ever, when in actuality there are dinosaurs that are the size of 10 of these.
Yeah.
So...
Little...
Yeah. Whenever I first heard about this, I was like, oh, new largest dinosaur, what do we got here? And I'm like, this... Okay.
Clickbait.
I know.
Lahudamati in that. It's just
Ladu Mahadi.
Duminati?
We're just gonna call it. We're just
gonna conspiracy. Make him think he's bigger than what he is.
Exactly.
It's actually a support group for him. Like, he's self-conscious about it.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Makes sense.
We're just gonna call him Thunder Boy.
Sorry, carry on.
I'm sorry, Charlie, but his name's Thunder Boy.
Thunder Boy.
Yes, Your Highness.
Yes, thank you.
I don't like that. Sounds weird on the air.
So he told me to call
Dino Master. Everyone knows this.
Sorry,
Sorry, Dino Master.
Got it.
Just in case you guys need any reminding, I'm the assistant manager here at Horizon Radio now, so I'm making my subordinates here call me Dino Master. But,
I thought it was just me.
What?
And not Charlie.
No, Charlie's exempt.
I just fell into the role out of wanting to fit in.
Well, by my subordinates, I also mean all of our Let's Talk Dinosaurs guest hosts, who you think I let them go home afterwards, but they're actually just in the closet over there. Like, you ever wonder where Maggie went?
No, I try to listen to her show like 5 times on Fridays, but it's never on. So honestly, what did you do with her?
If I'm being serious, Maggie isn't at Horizon Radio anymore. And the sad thing is like, after she guested on our show, her show only lasted for like one more episode.
Aww.
So I don't even think she goes to IUS anymore, actually. So Maggie, if you're listening to this,
we miss you, Maggie.
We miss you.
My dad wouldn't listen to that.
Yeah, you were a lot of fun, Maggie. So we miss you. We hope you're doing okay.
Yeah.
And just so you know, I still say that pterosaurs still roam the skies. So you're still wrong about that. But
okay.
we do miss you, Maggie. But anyway, let's move on to our next new dinosaur, shall we? Now, this one's a little bit older, and this one, oh, thank God, a much easier name to pronounce.
Is it?
The Regaloceratops.
Yeah, that was so much easier.
Regaloceratops.
Rich Alice at top.
It's like, okay, Regal
Sinless.
Ceratops.
Okay.
Regaloceratops.
Okay.
No, but you forgot the owl. You said regal instead of regal.
Owl?
Okay, so say it like Squidward. Regal. That's how Squidward would say it.
You should do pronunciation classes for dinosaur names.
I would sign up for that in a heartbeat.
I mean,
same.
I need those electives.
You know, every person...
Let's drop out abnormal and just...
Yeah, let's do it.
Even though it's not a dinosaur, the amount of people who pronounce pteranodon, pterodon, like... Ugh.
You mean pterodactyl?
Okay, Charlie.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl?
You know, Charlie, new season, new year, you're fired.
Oh!
That's what I wanted. I'll be quiet now.
All right. We got him good this time.
But anyway... So, Regaloceratops is a dinosaur that was actually discovered in 2005 in the land of Avril Lavigne, Canada.
Ooh, this is a special dinosaur.
Now, for a while, we didn't really know what to classify this thing as because we thought that its bones were a little bit too similar to Triceratops. Mm-hmm. So we thought for a while that this thing might just be a subspecies of Triceratops. So the bones just kind of sat in limbo for a while.
All right.
So they sat in limbo until about 2015. But an interesting thing, and this can tie back into Charlie's superhero show, is that until Regaloceratops is officially named, scientists just referred to it as Hellboy.
Hellboy is a comic book hero for Dark Horse Comics. I don't read it much. Not a big fan of it personally. But hey, comics, Charlie. Let's go.
What is your opinion on them calling this dinosaur Hellboy?
I've heard the Ron Perlman movies are decent.
I've never actually watched them all the way.
You know, that's the thing. Like, everybody talks about how good those movies are, but like, I feel like nobody's actually seen them.
I don't even know what I mean.
Hellboy, big demon.
No,
guy.
I know, but
I know Shape of Water isn't it? The guy who plays like the Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Fish thing plays the thing again.
Oh, I watched that movie.
I love Shape of Water.
Shape of Water was so good.
That was a wild movie.
Go watch Shape of Water.
It's a crazy and it's a twisted movie, but it's actually a really, really good, really sweet movie. So.
It's wild.
I know, it's weird. Okay, let's get it out of the way. There is a human lady fish man love scene, okay? But that's beautiful. Man kiss woman, beautiful thing. Haven't you seen Norbit?
It's not a furry, it's called a scaly.
Or a fishy.
Or a fishy?
That's what me and my friends talked about after we watched it. We were like, what do we call it? Is it scaly or fishy?
Okay, this is weird. This is weird. We're not talented enough for this. We are not Red Band. The show is E for everyone.
True.
Okay?
All right.
Abort. Come on, everybody. Family friendly.
Free
Family
sex.
friendly.
All right, free.
But yeah,
Charlie.
Do I need to sing the Frozen soundtrack? But anyway, okay. Oh, we're gonna get angry emails about that.
Oh my
but
God.
anyway, so Regaloceratops's bones kind of sat in limbo until 2015, until we found some more bones of it, and then finally we came to the conclusion that this thing can be referred to as its own species. So it was given the name Regaloceratops, which pretty simply means regal horned face. No comment?
Ooh,
Come
cool.
on. I never said it was.
His name has the word regal in it. That means like basic. Is that what it means, regal? Like basic or like ordinary? Like
I'm going to be honest with you.
That's
I don't
really
even
regal.
remember. I don't remember.
Regal, that means like kingly.
that's awesome. The man regal.
Because the reason they named,
Kingly.
you know,
horned face.
to be fair, it could be basic too. Because the reason they named it regal, like Regaloceratops, are because the little spikes that go around its frill, they kind of resemble a crown. But nowhere did they ever explicitly say that wasn't a flower crown filter on Snapchat. So it could be very basic. It was a very basic, like Regaloceratops spent all
I like
its
how you
days
tied that
at,
in. Yeah, that was good.
well,
There's a reason I'm extinct.
Yeah.
Regaloceratops spent all its days on Snapchat, on Tinder. You know, it was going
Tinder?
on. It was going on dates with Carnotaurus. Very basic.
Nothing with a grinder thing? I don't know. No, Tinder.
There are girl dinosaurs too, Charlie.
Yeah, true.
I mean, they were around for 100-something million years. They had to reproduce
That's
somehow.
not what Jurassic Park told me.
They were all girls in Jurassic Park.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Charles Wilfred Sandifer.
It's not Wilfred either.
I hereby
Name me after a TV show.
I banish thee, Charlie.
Oh, you're banished instead of fired. Oh, no, don't leave.
Charlie, come back.
Wait. Oh, don't do that. So scary.
I've missed this so much.
You miss firing and exiling Charlie.
No, I miss talking about dinosaur names and then somehow getting into talks about Illuminati and furries.
Oh, yeah.
Flower crowns.
That's the best part.
But anyway, it was named Regaloceratops because the spikes all over its frill kind of looked like a crown. So there's that. That's how he gets.
I'm kind of disappointed by that, honestly.
The picture kind of looks like feathers, like it could fly a little bit. You know, like.
Are you okay?
No.
Yeah, no, Charlie.
It looks like feathers.
Charlie Kirsten's the one who's supposed to say stuff that makes no sense.
Yeah.
Need I remind you of the Rhamphorhynchus that eats snow?
Oh my God! Why did you say that? That hurt me for days.
Yeah, I was thinking about that for like.
Rhamphorhynchus.
I was thinking about that for like a week after that. Like,
Leave me
why?
And I now know how to say that anymore, by the way.
Rhamphorhynchus.
Rhamphorhynchus.
I don't know. I'm not even going to attempt to say it.
Rhamphorhynchus.
I'm not even going to say it.
Rhamphorhynchus.
Paramophilic.
Wrong starting letter.
Yeah, beginning like pterodactyl,
but anyway.
It was couldn't.
So, as a member of the Ceratopsian family, Regaloceratops is slightly embarrassing because this thing is nowhere near as big as some of its big brothers. You see, this thing only comes in at about 16 feet long. Triceratops comes in at about 30 feet long. And where Triceratops weighs around in the ballpark of 10 to 12 tons, Regaloceratops only weighs about 1 ton. So think of Regaloceratops as a slightly bigger modern-day rhino. Heck, Regaloceratops isn't even as big as Thunderboy.
But they cute. They small.
Small? Small, not swole.
I said small.
Small, not swole.
He doesn't have much, but he has it where it counts. Mark my words.
What is that implying?
He's talking about his crown.
I mean, like
He's talking about this crown, obviously.
He's small, but he makes
obviously,
up.
Charlie.
Oh my
Really?
God.
Obviously, Charlie, you have a good point because Regaloceratops does have some interesting horns as far as ceratopsians go.
Oh.
You see, where Triceratops has. Charlie, did you just say one of the 7 words?
No, I didn't. I promise.
No, he's just laughing at himself, and it's really funny.
I didn't take it that way.
I really hope we don't get any angry letters
he's cool,
because, like.
He's athletic for his
I
size.
just hope we don't get any angry letters because this is like the edgiest we've ever been.
We've missed each other. We missed
Just
the
wait.
show.
Yeah, we've missed
Season
the show.
2,
We have
darker, faster, better.
Let's Talk Dinosaurs live and reloaded. We're the edgy. No, it's like that episode of Fairly Odd Parents where Timmy Turner meets like all the different versions of the Crimson Chin, and it's like the edgy.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's like I'm the edgy 1980s Crimson Chin. Like you can't swear. I did, and I got canceled for it.
Oh my God.
That's us.
Let's talk Dinosaur Season 2. This time it's personal.
Let's talk dinosaurs.
It's personal?
Let's talk dinosaurs into the Dino-verse.
I like to make the point that we're almost halfway through.
I get what you just said, but Charlie completely ignored what you
It's
just said.
into the Dino-verse. We're going to meet the edgy alternate dimension version. We're going to have Charlie. He's going to come out. He's going to have like a weird haircut, wearing like a punk rock t-shirt. And yeah,
I'm going to put eyeliner all over my face. Not even all over my eyes, just all over my face.
But anyway, so an odd thing about Regaloceratops is that its horns don't seem very well suited for defense. You see, where Triceratops has those 2 6-foot-long horns that are just meant to stab anything that kind of looks down on it, Regaloceratops has 2 1-foot-long horns above its eyes, so kind of stubby, and it has a giant 2-foot-long horn on its nose. So, I'm not going to lie, if a T-Rex decided it wanted to eat it, I don't think it could put up that much of a fight.
Well,
maybe it could run. So,
maybe.
Regaloceratops, you get a consolation prize.
Charlie, stop reading ahead.
Don't call out Charlie.
It's too late.
The audience doesn't know that.
Now they do.
I just saw a picture and I was like, I can't wait to get
Charles
to that.
Alexander Sandifer.
It's not Alexander either.
What is your middle name?
You're not going to guess it today.
Look, I don't actually want to know. I just want to keep guessing.
Yeah, don't tell us. We'll just guess it one day.
But
maybe.
Anyway, Charlie, you're no longer employed here.
It keeps getting worse every time.
It's a war of escalation. What can I say?
Attrition.
But anyway, so our next dino here. This is one that we briefly talked about way back. I think this was like our 2nd or 3rd episode, like right after this thing was first discovered. Now, this is a Tyrannosaur that was discovered here in October 2018 down in New Mexico, also known as the state in the Southwest where weed is still illegal. I think I don't know. Any New Mexican politicians out there, please let me.
Or just any New Mexico residents, they probably know.
I don't know. I mean, if weed's legal, they're probably so high they don't know what's legal and
True,
what's not.
you're right.
Anyway, so this is a new Tyrannosaur from 2018 from the good old American Southwest down there in New Mexico. Probably was friends with the Roswell aliens, you know. That's probably why they crashed their ship. They came over for poker night, realized the dinosaurs were extinct, and was just like, there's no point in living anymore.
Yeah.
That got really dark. But anyway, this is one of
Edgier.
well, we have to be edgy because this is one of the edgiest dinosaur names I think I've ever seen in my life.
Sounds like a bad supervillain name.
Exactly. So give it up for the Dynamo Terror.
It's like a really bad Russian supervillain.
I really hope all of our listeners
Iron
at
Man,
home.
don't worry, he will fall to Dynamo Terror.
Yeah, exactly. Like it sounds like some kind of, I don't know. It sounds like a villain from like an edgy superhero show from the like you know that one Batman show that nobody watched, the one where the Joker was voiced by what's his face, Kevin Michael Richardson. Like there was what was it called, like The Batman or something?
The Batman.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, he knows it now.
That one weird.
Is it the one where he fought Dracula?
Yes, that one.
I know that one. Okay.
The one where he fought the weird, edgy Batman show nobody watched. Like this sounds like a villain that would have been made up for that show. Like the Dynamo Terror.
It just sounds like a dinosaur that's like brags to his friends, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm totally good at like killing things and like being a dinosaur," but he really sucks at it.
All his friends left him behind his back, like, "Ooh,
Dynamo Terror."
Dynamo Terror, more like Dynamo. Stupid.
It's understandable because as far as Tyrannosaurs go, Dynamo Terror doesn't really do a whole lot to stand out from the others. This thing is only about 30 feet long and 10 feet tall and weighs about 2 tons, which for non-T-Rex Tyrannosaurs is actually pretty run-of-the-mill. Most Tyrannosaurs that aren't T-Rex are somewhere in that range. Mm-hmm. But anyway, interesting thing though is that based on where Dynamo Terror's fossils have been found and also based a little bit on its skeletal structure, we believe that Dynamo Terror was a direct ancestor of T-Rex. However, this can't really be proved, but it's just a theory that's been floating around in paleontology for the last few months after this thing was discovered. Because an interesting thing is, based on creatures that it shared its environment with, we also know that Dynamo Terror hunted prey that was very similar to the prey hunted by T-Rex.
Okay.
It would have hunted relatives to Triceratops, as well as the Ankylosaurs, otherwise known as the armor dude from Jurassic World who had his head bitten off. They weren't in Land Before Time, Charlie. Don't even try to think. Or you know what? Maybe they were. They might have been in one of the...
Don't even, Charlie.
I saw Jurassic World. You know that, right? I'm like,
I know
my
that.
favorite influence is more than Land Before Time.
Well, I was just trying to think, because I know Charlie's usually the one who brings in the Land Before Time references.
Only seen the first movie, I'll be honest with you.
Charlie.
I don't even remember all the movies.
I've seen 2, actually. There's one where like they sing along. But that's a lot of them, actually. So that's not helpful at all.
That's everyone except for the first one where they sing. Cause
they missed a good market right there.
Well, after the first one, they just decided they wanted to turn them into discount Disney movies. So
I think I only watched the first one.
But with dinosaurs.
I was probably like 2. I don't remember. Maybe like 6 months old, probably. I
thought you were 2.
You're right. I'm just stuck here.
You're the one who came in here and said you were too young for Pokemon.
Pokemon's older than you. Wait, that isn't an argument at all. I think
I don't think it is.
Pokemon came out in 1996.
No, so it's not.
I'm as old as Pokemon.
Yeah,
but you're older than
no.
Pokemon is my age.
I'm wrong.
Are you older than me?
No, I'm wrong. I'm younger than Pokemon. Pokemon.
Gotta fight them all.
It's gotta catch them all, Charlie.
It's you and me.
Gotta fight them all.
Gotta fight them all. What?
Get over here, Pikachu. Roundhouse kick.
I think you're confusing it with Yu-Gi-Oh, Charlie. Yu-Gi-Oh is basically Pokemon, only more complicated.
Did Yu-Gi-Oh have like a theme song was like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Maybe. Basically, Yu-Gi-Oh and Digimon were like Pokemon, but with no charm, more complicated, and less fun.
I have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh
cards. That's a really good summary for all of our listeners.
I remember I tried to watch Digimon when I was a kid because I thought Digimon was basically like Pokemon but with giant kaiju monster fights, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be cool. And then I tried to watch it, and I'm like, what is this?
I was wrong.
None of this makes sense.
I always liked Yu-Gi-Oh for the whole banishing people to the shadow dimension thing. I use it as a threat all the time. Back away or I'll banish you to the shadow dimension.
I mean, that's a meme that's been making the rounds right now.
I appreciate
Jimmy
too.
Neutron's dad. Yeah. It's you're going straight to the shadow dimension, Jimbo. Which, by the way, speaking of memes, I hate that we've been off the air for the last month because that means we missed the entire lifespan of Big Chungus.
Oh my god.
I'm very sad about that because Big Chungus made Christmas Break 2008 worth living. Okay.
Holidays are hard for everyone.
Except for all those rubes who were going into GameStops and making a scene whenever they didn't have Big Chungus. No, there are videos on YouTube that have millions of views of these morons who are going into GameStop being like, hey, do you guys have Big Chungus? And when they don't have it because it's a made-up game, they start chanting Chungus, Chungus. And I'm like, look, I'm no fan of GameStop.
That's what makes me not want to go out.
I'm no fan of GameStop, okay? GameStop it can do a lot of things. But I'm not a big fan of GameStop.
I was getting closer, Billy.
I was trying to think of a G-rated. I was trying to think of a G-rated way to express my feelings of GameStop.
So
but anyway, no retail employee gets paid enough for a moron to go in there and start chanting Chungus.
You're right.
If that happened at my work, oh man, I'd just quit.
I'd be like, I'm resigning.
But anyway, so back to the dinos. Yeah. So Dynamo Terror, that's not a good name, but anyway.
Canon.
Just reaffirming.
So Dynamo Terror, an interesting thing about it though, is according to the fossil record, while it wasn't the biggest tyrannosaur, it was one of the first large tyrannosaurs.
Okay.
Because the other tyrannosaurs that it shared its environment with, or its time period with rather, were a lot smaller, more about raptor size. So Dynamo Terror was one of the first ones to break the mold, kind of like how Thunder Boy paved the way for the sauropods to get bigger. Dynamo Terror was the one that paved the way for the Tyrannosaurs to get swole. Too bad they didn't work out their arms much, but
it's a shame. Daggone. Keep missing Arm Day.
He was too busy looking at his name.
So Arm
Day? I think they separate you have your bicep day and your tricep day and your quicep day, or
does it look like I've worked out a day since I was 10?
Same thing for me.
I
don't know what it's called, so you can tell how educated I am.
Yeah, look, I don't know. Yeah.
Whatever it's called, they missed that day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But just as Thunder Boy was the precursor for the big sauropods, Edge Boy, which is what we're going to call Dynamo Terror.
Oh, I love that.
So,
that's way better.
Thunder Boy and Edge Boy. Edge Boy was the one that paved the way for the big tyrannosaurs from the late Cretaceous period.
Big boys.
So let's just pour one out for Edge Boy tonight as you're thinking about your dinos and taking all your big your T-Rexes, your Dyspletosaurus, and your Tarbosauruses. You're taking them for granted.
He's calling y'all out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, He's getting mad
Hey, look,
over here.
all of you on our Twitter that were asking for the references to the other Tyrannosaurs, y'all better show up, okay? All of you wanted me to mention Nano Tyrannus better show up, okay?
He's getting red, guys.
People asked for this? Like,
this is legit.
No, I'm just
throwing things. You can't see it, but he's throwing things.
keep getting aggressive. I like this. Feel anger.
Edgy.
We love our fans.
Anger course through you.
We love our fans in all seriousness.
Yes,
we do love our fans. So really keep the fans.
Do what we say.
No, don't do what we say. Keep the social media interactions coming. We love you all. And
do what we say.
Don't listen to Kirsten. She's 12.
Oh my God.
Don't listen to Charlie either. This is what I have to deal with, people. As you can see,
I can make it.
As you can see, we're all very excited to be back in the saddle.
Oh my God.
I
missed you guys. It's great. Wouldn't want to be spending my Thursday nights anywhere else.
Nope.
I mean, dinner sounds pretty good, but I mean...
Food? Who cares about that?
Yeah, no, who cares about food?
Oh my God, okay.
So
where are we?
The goose thing, I
Is
think.
it 7 yet? No. Anyway, so...
Exiting the chat room.
So, let's thank the Lord above. This next dinosaur has a much easier name to pronounce, although Kirsten is... Okay, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Halscaraptor. How's that bad?
Halscaraptor. I can't say that.
Halscaraptor.
Same. I can't. I'm not going to try to say it.
I'm sorry, Billy.
What's so hard about that? Halscaraptor?
It looks a lot... He's like, this is really easy to pronounce. Me and Charlie looked over each other immediately.
Well,
any word that has a Z in it automatically makes it harder to pronounce.
We're not gonna have to come up with another stupid nickname for this one.
I think the name itself is stupid enough.
What's wrong with Halscaraptor?
What is it?
How dare you?
It's not fun at all. It's not creative. It's just I don't understand.
Are we done?
No.
It's a good question. You gotta give Charlie a second. I'm fine. I'm doing great.
Keep going.
I'm doing great.
I'm very
Who is Hal's?
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Halscaraptor.
Well, Halska, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know the name exactly, but Halska is the scientist who first discovered and described the species of Halscaraptor, and a lot of paleontologists out there will just name dinosaurs after themselves.
But thief.
Raptor means thief.
You not pay attention to the Raptor episode?
No, but the name should make sense.
It's a member of the raptor family. What are we going to call it? Halscasaurus? Because, there is no popular raptor whose name ends in saurus.
I know.
Okay?
It's just...
And besides, Halscasaurus, so I mean, Halska's lizard, and there's not really a whole lot lizard-like about this thing. So...
Not at all.
True.
But anyway, Halscaraptor, despite what the appearance will tell you, actually is a member of the raptor family. So this thing is cut from the same cloth as Deinonychus and Velociraptor and all of those. So while it does look cute and cuddly, because this is a very, very small dino, this thing is only about as big as a modern-day duck.
That's so cute.
Duck.
It's
well,
so tiny.
It could rip you to shreds too, because this thing.
It's so cute.
Well, this
Like
thing also has it also has the killing claw on its feet, which is characteristic of all members of the raptor family. So there's that.
Their
But
claws
anyway,
weird me out.
Well,
Sorry.
this dinosaur weirds me out, because here's the thing. When you analyze this thing's skeleton, which I know most everyone here has done, right? You did your homework, right?
Yeah, I did 2 weeks ago. You're late.
Anyway, so analyzing this thing's skeleton, we actually found that its bones were like a mix between modern-day waterfowl and crocodilians, meaning that this thing is a goose gator, or a crocoduck, or...
Do you know what I was about to ask?
What, does it eat snow?
No, I was about to ask something stupid. I was about to ask them where did the beak come from, but I forgot that waterfowl was a type of bird.
That's like ducks, geese.
I know.
Swans.
I just got that.
Real quick mini dinosaur fight night. Who would win, a Halscaraptor or an IUS goose? My money's on the goose.
Yeah. IUS geese.
Can they be in groups or
Fight Night 1.8 right here?
Ding 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 ding. Here we go, guys.
So the geese here at IUS are
I've been attacked by a goose here.
vicious.
They are ruthless.
I have yet to have an encounter, but
Quick
every time I
comment.
see them, I
wait until spring. Like
One
nesting
time-
season around here is the
Oh,
worst.
God.
Yeah.
One time my girlfriend was here, and she saw a man holding a goose and petting it here. And she didn't take a picture of it, but I believe her, because, I'm supposed to.
It might have been George Clooney, the goose with the broken wing. You've seen him, right?
It's not George Clooney.
I call him George Clooney.
His Instagram
Look,
page.
I literally
don't-
thought you were talking about George Clooney. I was like, what?
I don't care what everyone else here on campus calls him. Because,
Frank.
here's the thing. They only started calling him Frank, in the last year or so. Like, the first 3 years that I was here, he was like a legend. Like, everyone on campus had another name for him. Like, I called him George Clooney. I knew people who called him, Jimmy. Some people called him Baby. But
So this man is known for petting...
You know about the goose?
No, I don't.
Okay, so George Clooney is a goose here on campus with a broken wing that kind of hangs down like this.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard many rumors as to how he got that way, but the most common one that I hear is the university police ran him over by accident,
Ooh.
and he lived, but his wing is broken. But luckily, enough people here on campus feed him, so yeah.
That's wild. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he hangs out back here in the field and out by the lake all the time. He's probably out there right now if you go look for him.
That's really sad because it's dark outside.
But he's really mean though, so I wouldn't recommend going.
I'm gonna go see him in a little bit. I'll come back with the scars.
So yeah,
And the goose.
sorry. That's one of the things I really loved about this campus. Like when I first came here,
George
it's like how everyone had their own name for that goose, but here in the last year, everyone's just started calling him Frank. And
It's the Instagram. Social media is bringing the downfall, I think.
Yeah.
frickin' hipsters. But anyway, clearly George Clooney would mop the floor with House Carapter.
Oh,
I second that.
absolutely. Yeah.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
George Clooney's a fighter. So anyway, House Carapter is a very odd creature. Like, you'll notice by looking at this thing on pictures, it very closely resembles a swan or a goose.
It's really confusing.
Not a whole lot of dinosaur going on here other than the raptor feet. But anyway, an interesting thing, though, is scientists have hypothesized that because this thing's bones are like a cross between an alligator and a goose, that there is no way in the world that this thing did not swim. So not only did it look like a swan, it would have lived a life very similar to a modern-day swan.
But instead of them eating the swan or this, I can't pronounce the name.
Halscaraptor.
Instead of them coming out of the water and eating it while it's swimming, it
Goosey
just
boy.
It scratches them in the eye.
Duck boy. That's what we're calling it.
Duck boy? I thought we said no stupid names for this one.
Well, because you refused to try to pronounce it, we're going to give it a stupid name.
Okay, all right, whatever.
So, Duck boy.
All right.
But
Halska
anyway.
boys?
Well, most scientists believe
Okay,
that
bad luck.
Halscaraptor probably lived more off of fish and crustaceans.
Mm-hmm.
So this wouldn't have been a raptor that was very interested in hunting down larger creatures.
No, but I
much
mean,
like
if
its
something's trying to
brethren.
eat it and it's trying to come up at it when it's on the water, it could just scratch it in the eye and it's just
No, it probably couldn't have.
maybe.
Well, because
Grass
most
is water.
most aquatic predators, you got to think about this. There were crocodiles and alligators back then too, and crocodiles and alligators, if they get you from underneath in the water, you'll be dead before you even know what hit you.
I'm sure the Duck Boy
So-
got it. I'm sure Duck Boy.
Duck Boy was a terror of the crocodiles.
Yes.
Even the one
Yeah.
that galloped, apparently. Have
Huh?
you seen that? So there was at one point in time a crocodile that was capable of galloping, had
Oh,
such
yeah.
long legs.
Well,
I appreciate that.
Duck Boy was around in the Cretaceous period, and the weird, diverse era of crocodiles came way before. I don't want to spoil anything, but we actually do have an episode on prehistoric crocodiles in our docket for.
Oh.
It's in the pipeline for this season. So
Nice.
please, I hope I didn't lose too many fans by my Nanotyrannus rant, because really, we love and
I'm
appreciate.
sure they're canceling
The
our
awesome
show right
unsubscribe.
now.
Yeah, we love and appreciate all of you. We honestly do.
We really do.
And I did take a lot of your feedback into consideration, and we have a lot of fun episodes lined up for you later on this semester.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff in the pipeline, so stay tuned for that. So, Halscaraptor, weird. Goose, Duck Boy.
Weird goose Duck Boy.
So anyway,
Gosh.
let's get into the one that Charlie. This is our last
Uh-oh.
This
one.
one hurts me.
Charlie's gonna cry.
Charlie has been dreading this one all night. So, in the summer of 2018, a new theropod dinosaur was discovered in Brazil. Also in the summer of 2018, a certain inverted color Shrek came to cinemas.
The Grimace.
Gone. Yeah. We just lost all of
there goes all
the love child of Bruce Willis and Jay Leno.
I feel like
came to town.
That's
and
accurate.
And completely just straight up did the tango with Robert Downey Jr. And his name was like what, Frankfurt, I think.
What?
The big purple guy. His name's Frankfurt, right?
Thanos.
Ricky.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. Oh, are you waiting for that? I'm sorry. I still got the joke going.
No.
Mick Frankerson.
His name was Thanos. So anyway,
we ruined the bit. It's okay.
These Brazilian paleontologists probably just got out of the theater from seeing Infinity War and thought, "Hey, we found a big scary thing. Let's name him after a big scary thing." So Thanos was born. They didn't even name it Thanosaurus or something creative like that. It was just named Thanos. Like I think the full scientific name is like Thanos Samadhi or something. A bunch of guys who just like it doesn't. The name doesn't even mean anything.
I know.
Just
what's
means
agitating
Thanos.
me? It means Marvel villain.
Yeah.
You see, I'm a nerd and I accept that, but we've taken it too far. We've strayed too far from God's light.
We've taken it too far.
I mean, I don't really know how I feel about dinosaurs named after me.
I hope it gets changed. At least like Dinosaurs. I don't know.
The only way it's ever going to get changed is if some
is.
kind of discovery comes out that proves that this thing isn't a valid species, and the fact that it's already been presented to the public, that tells me that this thing has probably already been instated as a species.
It's got to get killed by Captain Marvelsaurus. Or Thorsaurus. I don't know, something like that.
Danversaurus. There we go.
Danversaurus?
Yeah, because what's Carol Danvers?
Yeah.
So Danversaurus. That sounds better than Thanos.
Yeah. Anything sounds better than that at this point. Please call it like an actual name.
Hey, let's find a greasy hobo dinosaur and name it the Venomosaurus.
Oh,
like that weird Venom movie that came out in October that somehow made $1 billion.
That was a bad movie.
It was.
I heard it was really good.
Okay. It's not good. It's bad.
I heard it was enjoyable.
It's an entertaining kind of bad.
It was enjoyable.
Like I don't know.
A fun time was had.
That
no
was
alcohol
such
required.
a weird. That was such a weird movie. It made me feel so uncomfortable. Like
I'll have to give it a view.
That movie made me feel like I needed a shower.
Oh,
like,
all right.
There's a scene in that movie where I swear Tom Hardy turns into Jim Carrey, and he does this weird, like, Jim Carrey in the Mask style bit where he's in a fancy restaurant and he climbs into a tank and just starts murdering lobsters.
What? That sounds like a great time.
And the whole time, Tom Hardy's in the movie and he's talking in this really fake New Yorker accent. And the movie takes place in San Francisco, so the whole time I'm like, why is there a guy with this thick Brooklyn accent in San Francisco? Like, God, how can you do Venom without Spider-Man? And whatever. We'll save this for Charlie's show.
At least it's not Thanos.
So anyway, let's get into Thanos here and talk about why this is a very weird name for a dinosaur like this. Like when I first heard about it, I thought, okay, at least tell me he has the godlike chin. The
godlike chin.
That is the kind of chin.
That chin is scary.
You can't even fit a gauntlet.
Charlie, we're getting to that. Charles, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, okay? So anyway, we're getting to that.
Oh, I see that now.
Yes.
A monster.
This dinosaur's nose, it could be like the chin.
It's not saying.
Yeah, they found the skull upside down.
I know, but I'm just saying.
It was a nose by Pinocchiosaurus.
He doesn't even have.
Try harder here, Kirsten.
He doesn't even have that awesome Thanos bro tank that he wears.
Bro tank.
I just ruined Infinity War for you. Thanos is wearing a bro tank the entire time.
Yep, the entire time.
Well, now Thanos doesn't have to be lonely at FarmersOnly.com.
Oh my God! You're gonna get Charlie all giggly again.
Stop it.
But anyway, so Thanos the dinosaur wasn't the biggest as far as meat eaters go. This thing is only 20 feet long and about 8 feet tall.
Weak.
Only weighing in at about 1 ton.
Weak.
And this thing is a close relative of the Carnotaurus, which is a dinosaur we've talked about before. So just like Carnotaurus, as you can imagine, Thanos has stupid little nub arms.
Not like the real
that
Thanos.
It probably couldn't even move, that would make a T-Rex look swole by comparison. So this Thanos could not, even if it found a gauntlet that was somehow able to fit it, it can't move its arm. So
I'm disappointed in this one. I don't like it.
Science was wrong. We gotta go back.
So, but you see, Cretaceous Brazil was perfectly balanced, as all things should be. So, wouldn't you know, Thanos, we know for a fact, and this is where it gets kind of creepy.
Oh my god.
Thanos was not the apex predator of his day. You see, he shared his environment with a gigantic predator, which we know existed based on a few bones that we found in Brazil. But the thing is, we know it existed at the same time as Thanos. We know it was a lot bigger than Thanos, probably about twice the size. So this would have been about a T-Rex-sized predator, but we just don't have a name for it yet.
Wait, they haven't named it? Sorry.
No, they haven't named it yet. So we're not naming it Danversaurus.
We're walking on thin water there, guys. It's uncontrollable. You gotta name it before someone names it something stupid like Thanos.
Spider-Gwenosaurus.
Okay,
literally, this dinosaur is the opposite of Thanos.
Gwandasaurus.
This dinosaur's triggering me. I want it to go away.
So anyway, but this unnamed...
Oh, sorry, that's not me. It's a frowny face.
I tried to do like the little colon parentheses frowny face for the
That's an aggressive frowny face.
But for whatever reason, when I did that, it like auto-corrected into this weird 1920s emoji.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, you guys at home can't see this right now. But anyway,
we have an outline.
We have an outline for the show. Yeah, we're not just unscripted.
Yeah.
So we're not a bunch of orangutangs.
Spoilers.
But anyway, so this giant unnamed predator that Thanos shared its environment with. This was a theropod from the Megaraptor family. Now, Megaraptors weren't true raptors. They were more closely related to Allosaurs. So in like the Allosaurus,
like a hybrid kind of thing,
not
like
really.
a hybrid, but like in the middle.
Dominant?
Well, you see, the reason they got their name was because when they were first discovered, it was thought that they were raptors. Because raptors have that giant sickle claw on their feet. Mm-hmm. These things have this giant, like Freddy Krueger claw on each hand. Like they'll have two normal claws and they'll have like a giant one. So these things would have been like...
Wait, that's only 3.
Yeah. They have 2 normal claws on each hand and then a big giant one.
Dinosaurs have 3 fingers on their hands.
Yeah.
They're not people.
Oh, I thought you meant arms. I thought you meant like hands,
Yeah,
like
3
actual
arms.
hands. I was like, wait.
One here, and one to the middle. It's like a human hand, though.
Mm-hmm. 3 arms.
Sorry.
So anyway, the Megaraptors were a very scary bunch. And one of those in the T-Rex ballpark in terms of size would have turned Thanos into horse meat. So
like literal horse meat?
What?
I've never seen horse meat.
I feel like he turned into dust.
He would do that too.
He doesn't feel so good.
This thing would have done to Thanos what the Avengers would have done had Mr. Useless Sack of Fat Chris Pratt had not been there.
Daggone.
So, don't attack Chris Pratt like that. He has feelings too.
They almost had the glove off, Charlie.
Well, then.
They almost had the glove off.
So dumb.
And then Chris Pratt was like,
Strange
"Oh, what? You killed my girlfriend?"
Doctor Strange could have teleported him away so fast.
You know, you
Next
ever wonder,
on, he was on
like,
Horizon.
you know how earlier in the movie, like Doctor Strange cuts the big guy's hand off? Why didn't you just do that to Thanos?
Because it'd be too easy.
True.
He likes the sport of it.
I think it's just because they wanted to make a 3-hour edge fest. But
You're probably right.
Because Hawkeye wasn't there.
Infinity War is good.
True.
Infinity War is good, but it has some logical errors.
The fact that Hawkeye wasn't there is a logical failure.
Why was Black Panther even there? He didn't do anything.
He looked so bored in it.
Yeah, I know. Like, why was he there?
He was like, oh.
Chadwick Boseman like, oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
But anyway,
Hey,
so...
I'm not related to this.
Yeah.
Bring this genocide monster to my country.
Yes, please.
Sorry.
So Thanos, though, the dinosaur Thanos, he got really tired of people making fun of him, so one day he went out and he crafted a little mini Infinity Gauntlet, and because there was no Chris Pratt at the time, all the other dinosaurs jumped him and actually got the glove off of him, and that's how Thanos went extinct.
That's what Billy would have wanted in the Infinity War movie.
Everything's balanced as it should be.
Because there was no Chris Pratt there.
Dang.
So
Who out of the dinosaurs is Chris Pratt?
Hmm?
Which dinosaur is Chris Pratt?
Pyroraptor.
What's the lamest dinosaur that we've ever talked about on here? Oh,
On
man,
this one specifically?
No, like on this show. Like, oh, hold on.
Oh, we've talked about a lot.
Give us a second here, guys.
I gotta talk.
Tweet your opinion to us.
Tweet us what the lamest dinosaur we ever talked about was, because we've talked about a lot of dinos.
Did we talk about Minmi?
We did talk about Minmi, but
Minmi's adorable.
Minmi's adorable.
Minmi's Groot right there, guys.
Great.
As a matter of fact, the Guardians of the Galaxy were just really bad in Infinity War. Don't at me.
Don't at me.
I thought they were hilarious.
No, exactly.
I can take it.
That's the problem, is like they had no personality. They were just like, hey, guess what? We're stupid.
Maybe when James Gunn comes back, I'll be okay.
James Gunn wrote all their lines in Infinity War.
It did?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Ooh.
Oof.
Now what?
I hope James Gunn stays in Suicide Squad limbo.
Miss Joss Whedon. Anyway, dumbest dinosaur. Who is it?
So the dumbest dinosaur we've talked... Charlie, if you break this radio station, I swear.
Alright, we're good.
So, dumbest dinosaur. Okay, who would be the Chris Pratt of dinosaurs? The one who, like, thinks he's a lot funnier than he actually is.
Charlie?
Huh?
What?
Huh? I don't remember a dinosaur named Charlie.
Let's think.
It has to be one with a
yeah.
stupid name.
One with a dumb name. We've talked about a lot of dumb
I remember there was
names.
one that had a really stupid name, and I absolutely
We've
hated
talked about
it,
a
but I
lot
can't
of
remember.
stupid names, okay? That doesn't really narrow it down.
Dimetrodon?
That's not a dinosaur. There
the
we go.
point. That's the point.
Dimetrodon.
There we go.
That's what we're doing.
5 seconds, still like that.
Oh my god, that
I'll
was
stick my
perfect.
second- in the mail.
A stupid rat lizard that...
Stupid rat lizard.
Not to be confused with the flying possum.
No.
They're different.
Man, you've missed the flying possums, haven't you?
Dudes, how have we gotten this far into the episode and not talked about
I've mentioned them
flying?
twice.
I know, you've been trying to trigger him into it, but he's just not feeling it today, apparently.
What, the flying possum?
Yeah.
Brandine.
Brandine! Up there.
I challenged him, and now it's...
Up there at the Conoco station, I tell you what.
What?
It's being a dead horse.
What?
We were out there doing scratch-offs and eating moon pies, and then Uncle Boofus came up from the Moose Lodge, and he'd just won a free round of golf in a meat raffle.
A meat raffle? Is this the horse meat raffle?
You know about meat raffles?
No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Meat
look.
raffles are a thing.
Cousin Chungus won a side of beef in the meat raffle last year.
Oh, I do know about those, but I mean, like, is it horse meat?
No, that's
like
illegal.
we talked about.
No, nobody actually eats horse meat.
I mean, they did by accident, but like people got mad about that. Certain corporations. It was
We like to keep our brand deal opportunities open.
Like 7 years ago, like somehow they're eating horse meat appearing. They all freaked out, like, "Oh no, Jiminy Cricket can't eat the horse meat." I can't do a British accent, so
Jiminy Cricket.
their conscience is like eating at that point.
Everyone says that, right? Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket?
Jiminy
Yeah.
Cricket.
Yeah.
Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that for a
It's
very
one of my
long
backup
time.
curse words.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys very much for listening to the first episode of Let's Talk Dinosaurs
5
Season
minutes.
2.
This has been a fun one, ladies and gents.
Billy hates us. We're getting fired.
Yeah,
You're not going to see us after this.
You're both getting fired. I'm going to go... I will bring Matt onto this show, and he can replace both of you.
Oh my god. I would listen to that on my own.
Well,
I would.
Anyway, though, this has been a fun episode. Hope you guys excuse our goofiness for tonight. We're just trying to get back into the flow of things. So, you guys okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix my thing. I
Are we
realized
going to go
it was
back,
back.
or are we going to escalate goofiness? I feel like we're going to escalate.
No,
I'm gonna
I think we
escalate.
should probably try to ratchet the goofiness back a little bit.
Okay, Billy.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to stay goofy.
Okay.
We got to get back into the swing of things, okay? We got to get back into our rhythm. So anyway, thank you guys very much for listening. We love you guys very, very much.
Very much.
Hope you weren't bothered
Love
by my comments earlier. Promise you, just goofing around with you guys. We love every single one of you. We appreciate your support. Please follow our social medias. We are at Let's Talk Dinos on Twitter and at Let's Talk Dinosaurs on Instagram. Again, Let's Talk Dinos on Twitter, Let's Talk Dinosaurs on Instagram. And Charlie, I think you would like to say a few words about your show to end us off. I mean, all we've been doing is talking about Marvel for the last 5 minutes anyway.
Right,
So.
thank you guys. Oh my god. But yeah, if you if you're not doing anything Saturday and want to hear about some cool X-Men movies, we'll be talking about those from 11 to 12 on the Horizon Radio, on Heroes on the Horizon with me and Levi. And if you want more information, you can follow us on Twitter at @on_heroes. I couldn't fix that. I kind of just went with it. No, it's @on_heroes. No 2 ats here, Kirsten.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But yeah, talking about the X-Men movies, what's great about them, what's horrible about them, etc., etc.
What's horrible about them? So basically every X-Men movie that isn't Days of Future Past or Logan.
X2 was an amazing movie.
Hey, no shame here.
Ooh. Stay tuned. If you want to see the fight that's about to go down, you're going to have to wait till Saturday.
And are you gonna count the Deadpool movies? Because I feel like they kind of muddy the water a little bit.
The full runtime, yes.
Respect.
I just want an Alpha Flight movie, but that's not going to happen.
Disney's taken over, so we're going to get a new X-Men cast here soon. And that Dark Phoenix movie is going to happen whether we like it or not.
Have you heard about New Mutants? It's like a horror X-Men movie coming out in August.
Really?
And I'm excited.
Happening.
Ooh.
But if you want to hear more about that, listen to Let's Talk Dinosaurs, so I stop taking Billy's show off the rails. It's all good.
Oh, please. We're almost done anyway. We got about another minute before the news comes on. So, again, though, we really do love and appreciate you guys very much. We appreciate any of you who listened last season and actually came back this season.
Thank you. Thank you
we
so much.
We honestly really do. Last season was just one to remember, and we really appreciate all you guys who stuck with us through all of our goofiness then and stick with us through all of our goofiness
now.
I don't know what happened.
We're still stuck in our old ways.
The winter.
Well, and again, I hope you guys forgive me because I really don't care what you guys tell us on our social medias. We actually do take all of your criticisms into consideration.
Please.
So please if you think I'm too much of a jerk or you have something you want us to talk about, please do tell us. And Nanotyrannus, I wasn't making fun of it. It actually is in the cards for this season because I do have we have so many fun episodes lined up, guys.
I'm ready.
I have one on Ice Age mammals that we're going to talk about at some point.
Are we going to talk about the movie?
Yeah.
During that?
We got Ice Age mammals we're going to talk about. We got prehistoric sharks and crocodiles we're going to talk about. I have an episode, and for all you guys who are asking for Nanotyrannus, again, better show up. But anyway, I do have an episode all on other species of tyrannosaurs lined up for us. Non-T-Rex tyrannosaurs.
Y'all ready for this season?
So we have
Y'all ready for this season?
We have a lot of fun stuff lined up for you guys. So it looks like it is about time for us to get on our way here. So again, I am Billy Reed.
I am Kirsten Fraze.
I am Charlie Sandifer. That was an accident, actually. That wasn't on purpose.
And
just sign us off for now.
We love you guys very, very much, and we will speak with you again soon.